Hi there, I'm Stephen Blanchard and I'm here to talk to you today about a personal mini opus called Expose. Now, if I was to sum this project up in one sentence, it would be Watchdog meets the X-Files. I've always been a huge fan of consumer programs like Road Traders and back in the day the Cook Report and the so-called power of truth that these programs have in much the same way as news and documentaries. Now, the basic idea behind this show is a series of 6 45-minute mockumentaries which follows a team of third-rate investigators looking into the more weird and wonderful stories around the UK. Topics include such paranormal staples as ghosts, vampires, aliens, and in the case of the very first episode, superheroes. Super Wannabe looks into the story of Chris Kane, your less-than-average office temp who seems to have foregone any hint of so-called normality to try and live his life as a superhero. Now, he lost his mother when he was very young, his father recently passed away amidst strange circumstances, his girlfriend recently left him, his life has slowly been unravelling in many different ways, and he lives in a city he hardly knows with only a few very close friends to stop him falling one more rung down the ladder into apparent complete insanity. Now, the Expose team, led by Egon Kitsmert, himself leading a less than satisfying life, find themselves short on stories and desperate for material. They receive an anonymous letter informing them of Chris and his apparent fruitless crusade and set off to make what they can assume is their last ever episode. Now, the programme gets its humour from the sheer amateurism of Egon and his team and the situations they investigate. As you can tell from the basic details of Chris Kane there, him trying to prove himself as a superhero, especially when he has a less than heroic frame of just 5'5", lends to slightly comedic undertones. But the programme can also be very dark at times, with children being kidnapped, witnesses being killed in their homes, and people bursting into flames in the middle of hotel lobbies. The key to the overall programme is verisimilitude. The audience has to believe that it's real. Now, there was a previous attempt a couple of years ago to get the very first episode turned into a major feature film. Midnight Rising was to be produced by a company called Complete Access Films and directed by a guy called Jason Purcell. A core team of actors, artists, cinematographers and even stunt people were arranged, with locations chosen in and around Milton Keynes. Now, as is the problem with getting any film made, the lack of financial investment became the project's major downfall. And while I was disappointed that the project didn't turn out so well, I did see it as an ideal opportunity to take it back to its core idea of a TV show. The scripts have been tightened and rewritten with an eye to using the north of England as its base, with Newcastle itself, I believe, making an ideal home for Chris Kane in particular. I think it would be a perfect opportunity not only to showcase the North East in terms of locations, but also talent, maybe even working with schools, universities and other organisations. And thanks to the wonders of digital television these days, this programme would also take place on a multimedia level, with opportunities to press the red button to see footage of other events and also other programmes relating to those episodes. As well as this, websites featuring an archive of past investigations, video blogs from the main characters and interactive elements for the audience, including an opportunity for them to send in their own paranormal experiences. Now, I really hope this has been of some interest to you. I'm sure you can tell that I personally am very excited about this project, and I would love the opportunity to sit down and talk with you more face to face and expand on what I've just been talking about over the last couple of minutes. I'm sure you can appreciate what I've been talking about is only the tip of the iceberg. Many thanks for taking the time to listen to me waffle on, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Steve out.